Good morning. It is November 3rd, Sunday. It's finally November. I'm pretty excited. Temperatures aren't as cold as I want, but we're out and we're on our way. I think we're going to go to the big woods and either hunt that scrape or go back in a little deeper where I killed that buck last year. I've got brother-in-law that comes down from Pennsylvania every year. He's going to be there. He's going to be hunting like the next 2 weeks, so he ought to be just all over all this action we're getting ready to have. So I'm pretty excited for him. And I think one of the people, one of the landowners, family members, I think he's going to be here. I think he's hunting a little bit. So we're coordinating all that. That's all pretty exciting. Hopefully one of us can see some action or get something done. So stay tuned. We're excited. November's here. All right, let's see what we can get into. Look at this guy. It's 4:45. He's already here. Look at this guy. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
I ain't seen you in a year.
I know it. See if this harness still fits.
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Clothes don't fit anymore, but I think we can still kill some deer.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up here. We've got a few does coming in behind me to the north. So it's actually a doe and two fawns. I don't know what it was, but that doe didn't like something about this spot. My wind's not blowing that way. But that wasn't 30 seconds after I rattled. I think they were just coming to see what all the fuss was about. That's nuts. There's an 8-point, maybe 2.5-year-old buck that just snuck in on me, and he's bedded at like 15 yards, and I'm over here just shaking like a tree limb. I mean, he is right here. Good grief. That's wild. Well, that was pretty cool. That buck, I think he's a 3.5-year-old now, more than I looked at him. He's a pretty nice tall buck. But he came in, snuck up on me, and if he was 15 yards, that's pushing it. He bedded down, and he was here for probably half an hour, just kind of taking a break. Then got back up, moved off. Thank God the wind was just perfect for where he sat down. But that was really cool. It's nice to get up and stretch though after that, because I couldn't hardly move at all. It was neat watching him though. He kept closing his eyes. And every once in a while he'd look around. And squirrels are going nuts, but that was pretty awesome. Alright, I want to show you guys the scrape I'm hunting over. November 3rd, and it's pretty tore up. Stand's just right there, 20 yards. This morning that buck came and laid down about 15 yards behind my stand, but he never came up and really showed much interest in the scrape. I don't know if maybe he just doesn't hit it every day. I had him on camera yesterday hitting the scrape, so it's kind of interesting to me that he came within 25 yards of it and really could care less. He just kind of came in, looked to see if there was anything at the scrape, and then just laid down, and he was there for about half an hour. So it was pretty cool. I don't know what's going on here. This is the middle of the trail, and it's like they just opened up a scrape right here, but there's nothing really hanging. So I don't know, it's kind of bizarre. Same deal here, but there is something hanging right here. And this is brand new. I mean, this is within like a day or two, because that branch was not like that. So it's pretty cool to see. November's definitely here. Gonna go meet up with my buddy that was hunting in here and see what he saw today. But that was a pretty cool hunt. So catch back up with you whenever I get up to him. Ooh, another side note. Didn't see any of this in the dark, but they are starting to really tear some of these trees up. And of course, I don't know if you heard that. That was a couple deer that just ran off. Must have been bedded back on the edge of those saplings. That's just so normal for this area. This property is amazing. It generally has a lot of deer, but there's not like a defined bedding or anything like that. There's a big sapling grove, there's some woods, some of it's open, some of it's not, little creek bed. They just do whatever they want to do and go wherever they want to go. There's not like a destination food and then destination bedding like you see on all the TV shows. It's just real world deer doing whatever the heck they want. So it's tricky sometimes, but very, very thankful I get to hunt it. Yeah, there's all kinds of little rubs. Open that, freshen that up. Yeah, November's here. Oh, it's so stinking cool. I love it. See if there's any more through here before we cut you off again. I just hate how crunchy these leaves are. Yep, there's a couple more little ones. Another one. Ooh, a couple nicer ones. That one there. Starting to work on that one. Let me come over here. They're working on that one. They're working on that one. Little mini scrape. Working on that one. Yeah, this lane is just tore up. That's awesome. Yeah, there's another. Wow, they're just opening them up here. in the past couple of years, they've kind of used it, but nothing quite like that, I don't think. If it has been, I haven't really noticed it. But I still don't have, we've got one buck on this property running around somewhere near this property at least that we're wanting to shoot. He's a mainframe 10 with a kicker off, so I'm calling him Kicker 10. I don't do names, but just that way we can talk about him. And he's probably 4.5 at least. He seems to be the only, like, no doubt mature buck that there is right now. Lots of very pretty 3.5-year-old bucks. But I am trying to tell myself that they need to go. Like, I need to let him go. Because if even a few of them made it, they are going to be phenomenal deer. So we're going to meet up with my buddy and see what he had to see. See, I don't really like it. I like seeing them, but I don't like them bedding near me. But what'd you end up seeing?
Just 4 does.
4 does? Yeah. It was ridiculously slow. Then I rattled, and like 30 seconds later, that doe led those 2, I call them fawns, but yeah, I guess they're probably yearlings at this point.
Gotcha.
But she led them right in behind me, right in where that buck came in. And she got to about 30 yards, and then she just stopped and kind of freaked out. But she was north of me. So, like, she didn't smell me. I guess she just looked at that scrape and didn't see anything. And, like, obviously there was nobody fighting. Then she was like, nah, I'm done. All right, we are back at it this afternoon, November 3rd. This will be the first evening hunt that I've had all year. Schedule just doesn't allow it, really. So, I'm pretty excited. You may notice I'm wearing some different camo. This is the first time I've ever tried on Sitka gear. I know it's crazy expensive. It does feel pretty nice. My buddy that's up here had some extra stuff he's let me borrow, try it out, see if I like it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll be invisible now. But we're going to try this afternoon. I think I'm going to go back a little bit farther than I was this morning towards that bedding. See if I can't get into that stand that I shot my deer out of last year. So we don't have a lot of pictures in the afternoon on this property, strange enough. So we're just gonna go back, have a good sit, and see what happens. So stay tuned. That thing recording? That thing's recording. Okay, we got the Sitka boys. And then the not Sitka boy yet, but Under Armour is still very expensive. Going back in again. I did not ask them if they're okay with being on camera, but now they're officially going to be on YouTube as 3 guys who probably didn't kill a deer. So, we're going to try it again this afternoon. Little update on my way back in tonight. They both took off their own ways, and I'm headed deep back into the back here again. It's hot. It's like 75 degrees, and it's just barely sprinkling rain. So, could be a good afternoon, but like I said earlier, haven't been showing much on cameras, but we're all 3 gonna try it and see what we come up with. Let's get it.
I'd say that's probably going to do it for the night. It's very slow, but like a minute ago, had a little doe work by. Other than that, the only other deer I saw was, I think it was a doe. When I was coming in here, I pushed it out. But I mean, it was like at least 75 degrees all night. So it's a little bit to be expected, but it's November 3rd and I'm not going to go sit in a tree. So that's probably going to wrap it up for tonight. If I get anything else coming by, I'll show it to you, but we're down to about our last 10 minutes. So if nothing else comes by, appreciate watching, and hopefully we'll be out again soon. Thanks, guys.